we will talk about living in Brampton, all about real estate trends, why people hate and why people love moving to Brampton, and why it is known as the cricket capital of Canada. Let's see the numbers about Brampton. So it is now the third largest city in Ontario. So it recently passed Mississauga, which was number third before, with a growth of 15% in last 4 years because so much movement happening into this city with a population of near about 800,000 as of now. If you compare this with Toronto, growth of population was 2.3% in the same period. And if you talk about the Mississauga, its next neighbor, saw a decline of 0.5%. So this means if people are moving, population is moving, so there is something to talk about Brampton. That's why we are here. Recently, lot of people coming from South Asian community, they consider Brampton as their next home away from India. But you must have heard a lot of bad part about Brampton. What people hate particularly about living in Brampton, first of all, is traffic congestion. So because of growth and population, lot of cars. So what I have noticed, if you are on the one corner of Brampton, let's say from one side you are on Highway 50, you're traveling towards west side to Mississauga Road, it takes around 40 to 50 minutes in a peak hours. If you see recently, port and highway will be jam-packed. Another reason which I notice is it is having only one hospital from years. Healthcare have been a challenge in Canada itself, and if you see a lot of people coming in, definitely we need more hospitals. That's another reason why people prefer going to Cred Valley, they prefer going to Vaughan Hospital, Georgetown nearby hospital, so that accessibility, and because of rush, people feel like there's more wait time in the hospital. But what I feel overall, that's a problem in Canada itself. No doubt in Brampton, they are coming up with a new hospital. Let's see when the whole thing is delivered for the people to use that hospital. Another thing is high property tax. That's the main target. Taxes and insurance, car insurance is high. If you see the recent budget of Brampton for 2025, this city is run by a budget of $1.4 billion for a year. Huge money in the city, and recently it is announced that 2.9% increase in the annual property tax, which is equivalent to 194 average residential home. So you have to pay more $194 per home with that increase. But if you compare this numbers with Toronto is projecting increase in property tax of 6.9%. So overall, if you talk about Brampton, with this small increase of $194, it equates to $14.3 million of net profit to Brampton city. But why people still say the property tax are higher? I feel the fundamental reason for that is there are less commercial space available in Brampton. So there's less taxes coming from those commercial businesses. It's more residential. That's why if you see the 2025 budget and go deeper, you'll see $629 million is being collected from the property tax itself to run the city, apart from other contributions like user fees, investment contribution, making it to a $1.3 billion budget. So only solution to run the city in a better way is to increase the property tax, because it's all residential, less commercial, less job opportunities available in Brampton. People live in Brampton, but they commute to nearby cities for work. Toronto, it's Vaughan, it's Mississauga. What is another thing people hate about is the public transportation system. I know it's a GO trains there, you have accessibility to GO, but the system is not that much reliable. It takes time to travel, whether it's a Zoom bus or it's a transit. Most important fundamental is a crime perception of the city. People feel they are not that safe being part of Brampton. So I dig deeper into the numbers. If you see the crime rate in Toronto is approximately around 43.43, as a safety index is 50%. What I have noticed is crime have increased in the last 5 years in Toronto. That was about Toronto city. And if I compare Brampton numbers, obviously I've seen the crime have gone up in the Brampton and the crime index is 55. So I did one step further. I compared this to the neighbor, which is Mississauga. The crime rate is lower. Crime rate is around 44.4. So that's another thing. People are not feeling safe in the city. But what I felt is, from my experience, the community which I was living, it was more safer. So when you are making your decision moving into the city of Brampton, you need to be very particular about which community you are moving into. That's important decision to take about. Now that was a hate part. What people love about Brampton. So why I purchased my first home in Brampton, what was the reason? Fundamental reason is the affordability. If you compare the price of Toronto to Brampton, you'll see the difference in the numbers. I'll show you the numbers as of December. You go by Brampton, the average price is $948,000. And if you compare the same to, let's say, Oakville, it's $1.4 million is the average price. Even its neighboring city, which is Caledon, the price is more than $1.2. Even Mississauga is expensive. Milton is expensive than Brampton. So what I've noticed is on the west side of GTA, Brampton is the most affordable city compared to all the neighboring. What what other thing people love about Brampton is obviously its accessibility to Toronto, because it contains Highway 410, 401, 407. Even 407 is a paid highway, so you have better accessibility. But if you see emotional factor, people love Brampton because of its food. It's easily accessible. I've seen people come specially to Brampton to enjoy that. So you'll feel that when you're moving into that city. Obviously, cultural diversity is one of the thing, whether it's a Diwali, it's Dussehra or New Year celebration, any other festival, you will feel part of the community. Brampton is even known as the cricket capital of Canada because it have 20 cricket fields maximum in Canada throughout. If you talk about a religious factor, you'll find Sikh Gurdwara, you'll find Hindu temple, Jain temple. So what I feel is, if in the future generations, first second generation, they feel they are still connected to their roots because they're living in that city. But let's talk about real estate market trends. So what was the growth in last 10 years? If you go by numbers, in 2014, the average price in Brampton was the least known city, I would say at that time, was 430,000 people were living in other cities. Because there's a more newer city, you'll see a lot of development happening. As of now, the average price is more than $1 million. So people have seen a growth of approximately 139% appreciation. So if Toronto is appreciating, Brampton is appreciating, a lot of investment opportunities. Why? For investors, because Brampton offers a lot of rental investment opportunity. Because people are moving in, they're not buying the properties straightforward right away because average price is higher. So people love renting it here. Brampton is very much in demand. If you have students, new immigrants coming in, they love moving to Brampton. If you talk about the pre-construction boom, where is the new construction happening? So you'll see, as of now, if you go by the numbers, there are more than 125 new communities which is on the development stage, planning, under construction. Even a lot of mid-rise projects are coming in. If you know about the Queen Street or Hurontario, where the LRT is coming up, a lot of high-rise are coming up because of the affordability. People are moving in, still they want to buy in the city. So the only solution is to construct high, and it will decrease the price and it will increase the affordability for the people. What in future for Brampton? If you see by the numbers, new LRT project is coming up. Even recently, Doug Ford announced that LRT project will be extended in the form of tunnel to downtown GO station, which was 18 kilometer originally. Now it's being extended into the downtown Brampton. So it will connect GO Transit, Brampton Transit, and the Zoom. Better for the city growth overall, I would say. And also, I want to talk about which area is booming. I know this is not a video about that, but I'll just give you a context of it. If this is the Brampton area, just brief about it. If you see right now, when we are making the video, there's a light traffic being shown. You can easily see everything is red and yellow. In Brampton, apart from Highway 407, which is still green, this is Highway 410. But where is the growth happening? As of now, then all the new development is happening in the Mount Pleasant, west of Mount Pleasant, because that's the only pocket which is available. There's a green area next to the GO station. So this area is booming. And also Brampton West, that's also because it's very close to Mississauga 407 401 highway. It's booming with the new construction. Another area to talk about is a countryside, which is right on the border of Caledon and Brampton. If you come to the Brampton East, it is also well-known area. Reason being, it will contain the bigger estate lots, the bigger 10 million, 20 million properties are in this pocket, which is close to Highway 50, will all be commercial industrial. Only thing, this will be the patch which is between Go Road and Highway 50, which will be developed for residentials, which is close to 427 highway, another highway of Toronto, and also close to the Costco. So these areas, which is Bram East, Bram West, Mount Pleasant, countryside, is going to boom. But we can do a one-on-one conversation on this to do your analysis, because we are a research consultant. We can help you to make a right decision where you can get your next future investment in Brampton, or where you're planning to move. Which city will help you based on amenities, schools, infrastructure. A great tip for you when you're moving to Brampton: choose the right neighborhood based on your needs, family friendly, crime rate, rental income potential even, and work with a local expert who can guide you what Brampton is all about. Thank you for watching this video. Do share your thoughts. What's your good part or bad part living or moving to Brampton? And message us if you want to explore any particular city. We'll make video on that. Thank you for watching.